back to my channel. I'm Noreen Burke, owner of Call Clutter Fairy Home Organizing, and this is my channel, The Crafty Organizer. I love changing things up in my home, and when I go shopping and I see new things, it always makes me want to refresh my home. And one of these days when I grow up, I'm going to have a budget where I can just buy everything that I see. But until then, I'm going to keep finding ways to make duplicate looks on a budget. So the last time I walked into Hobby Lobby just to get some new decor ideas, I saw this barnyard console and I fell in love with it. Now, I don't have any pieces that I can mimic to look like this. However, I have been mismatching pieces of furniture for about 12 years now, and the unifying thing to all of these looks is a can of spray paint. No kidding. Every time I found a new item that someone was throwing away or donating or very inexpensive at a yard sale or thrift store, I would just get my can of spray paint, go with a basic flat black, and paint everything. And that has worked for a long time. But some of these pieces literally have been around since the mid-90s, and they're starting to look a little bit tired and old. And frankly, now that I've split my living room into two parts where my bedroom is behind this console area, I wanted to switch it up and make it look a little bit brighter because the black is really starting to make it feel closed in. So, with that being said, I decided to get some paint and copy what I've seen so many other YouTubers do, which is paint my furniture. I want to bring you along on this journey though, because as much as I see these videos and I think, oh, it's so easy, I'm just going to tackle this, let me tell you something. I should have stuck with my old ways, but let's take a look. While I was at Lowe's getting paint, I keep forgetting to take footage of this. The areas where they cut wood, the leftover scraps, you guys, are free. You can take these scraps and use them for your own projects at no charge. I always double check with an associate and I get their name, so when I get to the register, I can confirm that. But to date, I have gotten so much wood for projects at no cost. So definitely check out that area. And the end of the day is the best time to go. Anyway, back into my project. So I dove right into this and I just started hand brushing. I also got a foam roller because I'd seen so many other YouTubers recommend this. So I started, and I think almost immediately I realized, what have I done? The coats were not going on very smooth. The paint was not adhering as well as I had thought, but I've also heard them saying, don't worry, second coat. So I kept going, rolling it, brushing where I could, trying to just give a good, even base coat. So I went to bed and waited 9 hours to see what would happen with the second coat. This is actually about the third or fourth coat. So I'm going to take a break here and just play for you the actual footage of me going through an update. So here we go. From this vantage point, it looks beautiful. Now, the reason I haven't been filming it this way, I have been cussing up a storm. I will never paint this way again. This is probably coat 5, and it's still bleeding through. And I waited overnight to start painting, so it had 9 hours to dry. And when I go over with the paint, it takes off the upper layer, driving me crazy. And it's dripping because to try and cover the streak, I'm going heavier. Oh, no. I'm hating this whole process. But from a distance, it looks pretty, I guess. But, I don't know if you can see. All these little drips are from where the paint went away after I painted it, after letting it sit. So, I'm not a happy camper. But yeah, from a distance, just fine. So needless to say, I was a little frustrated through this project. I finally just went back to my old ways and went to Walmart and got some of the spray paint that I use most frequently, and let me tell you what a difference that made. So while I was out spray painting the balance, I did spray paint the hardware that was chrome to a flat black just to give it more of that farmhouse look. Once I was done getting the hardware back on, removing the tape, I put the bookcases back, and I do have a few areas I need to sand and go ahead and touch up with the other paint, but what a huge difference. Which one did you guys like better, the before, the after, or would you have painted it an entirely different color? The thing that I'm most excited about this is I got to transform the look of my room for under $20. If you know a better way to paint furniture with a brush or roller, I'm open to learning, but for right now, I'm definitely sticking with the spray paint technique. I ended up buying 4 cans. I finished the bookcases, the inside of the bookcases, the sides and back of my hall tree, and I touched up the console where I was just having a hard time with getting the paint to lay down smoothly. So that's where the total price came from. And all in all, I got this done in one weekend. So I am very happy with the end result, but the process, I have to confess, is not something I would ever dive into with the same enthusiasm as when I started the project. So leave me a comment below if you liked today's video. Also, let me know what projects you'd like to see in the future. I think we're all off and enjoying our social distancing right now. I pray that you guys are safe. I pray that you have enough supplies to get you through the next couple weeks, and I hope that you find ways to enjoy and pass the time. I'm going to be coming out with a ton of different projects right now, and I hope you'll spend the time with me. Until then, I'll see you soon.